What's up you guys, Tony here. So one of HSBC's credit card just became one of the highest sign-up bonus here in Canada, if not the highest, so you definitely don't want to miss this one. I'm gonna do a full review on this credit card and then a full breakdown, and then we're gonna cover who this credit card is for, and last but not least, whether or not this is for you. Additionally, we're gonna do an update on a video I made a few weeks ago, basically on bank account journey and how you can basically open a single bank account and make up to $1,100 with HSBC Bank. Today I'm going to share with you my personal experience about attempting this at HSBC and some of the fine prints that you guys want to know if you are going to attempt this. This combined offer is so good that I think if you qualify, it's almost a no-brainer to take this, because this combined combo will net you at least very conservatively $1,400, and as you can see, that's like the highest sign-up bonus here in Canada almost ever offered, but I mean at least at this moment it's the highest sign-up bonus here in Canada. Welcome back if you're returning, and if you're new, my name is Tony, and on this channel we focus on personal finance. We upload every single week, so if you're not yet subscribed, you're gonna want to subscribe to see more content just like this one every single week. And also, all I ask for in return is for a quick like. It really helps with the channel's algorithm. With that out of the way, let's go. For starters, the HSBC World Elite MasterCard will grant you 20,000 HSBC points when you sign up, and an additional 80,000 upon hitting minimum spend, for a total of 100,000 points. And the minimum spend is a little bit higher at $5,000, but you will have more time to hit it. You will actually have 6 months instead of the traditional 3 months that you get with most credit card companies. 100,000 HSBC points can be redeemed towards travel and hotels and stuff like that, like flights. And the ratio is going to be 0.5 cents a point, or if you want to think of another way, 200 points equals $1. So 100,000 points is practically $500. Additionally, you can also transfer these points to other frequent flyer programs like British Airways Avios, Cathay Pacific Asia Miles, and also Singapore's Kris flyer program. We're gonna get in touch with those in just a bit. The annual fee of this credit card is $149, which will be waived for you for the first year, and additionally you get another $100 enhancement credit for travel. So according to HSBC, you can use this credit towards something like a check bag when you travel, or like a seat upgrade or something like that. But there has been reports that realistically you can use it for stuff like hotel book. It really depends on how it's coded onto the back end. For everyday spends, you get 6 HSBC reward points for every dollar spent on travel, which is very good, which is practically 3% back. It can't be beaten by other cards, but it is pretty good. And also you get 3 points per dollar spent on everything else, which is again very good at 1.5% back. To get the full bonus, you would have had to spend $5,000 on purchases that you would have spent on anyways. So after that, at the very least 3% or 3 points per dollar spent, you would have ended up with an additional 15,000 HSBC reward points on top of the 100,000 points that you get with the offer. You're gonna end up with 115,000 points at the very least. We know that 200 points equals $1, so that means 115,000 HSBC reward points is equal roughly $575. And on top of that, plus the $100 enhancement credit for travel, you're gonna get a value of $675, and that is the bare minimum, you guys. And again, that begs the question, can we get higher value? And the question is, of course you can. Transferring your points over to another program and then maximizing its sweet spots is like another video on its own, but my personal favorite, since I live in the West Coast, is transferring my points to British Airways Avios and then use it towards a round-trip flight from West Coast to Hawaii, and that only cost 26,000 Avios. After that beautiful redemption, you're gonna end up with 14,000 more Avios, and On top of that, you also have the other 15,000 HSBC reward points still sitting in your HSBC bank account. With just a little bit more Avios, whether you're saving them up or you're transferring from another program like American Express's MR, which can be transferred over at a 1-to-1 ratio to British Airways Avios, just a little bit more will score you two round-trip flights from the West Coast to Hawaii instead of one. And obviously those are always killer redemptions, because as you know, if you spend cash on those round trips to Hawaii and back, it's gonna be pretty it gets pretty high up there when you spend cash. Needless to say, these redemptions and other variations of these redemptions will net you way over the $575 baseline that we had earlier. If you're watching this video from Quebec, then I'm so happy for you, because your Santa bonus is way more better than like what we have out here. So what the offer is you do have to pay the $149 annual fee. However, your Santa bonus is 120,000 HSBC reward points, and the best part, wait for it, you don't have any minimum spend. Like, that's right, you don't have any minimum spend, which is just insane in my opinion. Other than that, then your card is basically the same. So other than that, to put the cherry on top, there's no foreign transaction fees on this credit card, and that is one of the few credit cards in Canada actually that doesn't charge foreign transaction fees. And just in case you're wondering, the traditional foreign transaction fee is 2.5%. So I know what you're all thinking, like, sure Tony, it's a great offer, but what does that have to do with bank account churning? Well, you see, every time you go and apply for a credit card, the bank issuing that credit card will run your credit score to check whether or not to approve you or not for that card. And too many of those checks can be bad for your credit score. So when you open an HSBC bank, they also run your credit, but if you combine the two, they only do it once. So if they ran your credit already, then it can't hurt you if you open both at the same time. The current best bank account to open, in my opinion, is called the HSBC Advanced Checking Account. And basically what the offer is you just deposit $5,000 when you open the account, and then you get a sign-up bonus, or you get a cash bonus of $300 into your account. On top of that, if somebody quote-unquote referred you, both you and the referee also get another $100. Additionally, there are some quests that you can complete if you like for an additional $500 on top of the initial $400 that you got from the referral on top, as well as the cash bonus. But realistically, you're probably just gonna get another $300 instead of the $500, because I'll explain to you how the other $200 is a little bit tricky. First, you get a $50 bonus if you just pay your bill 2 times through online banking, and just think of it as like a $50 rebate. Then you get another $50 if you complete 2 pre-authorized payments. So again, think of it as a $50 rebate when you pay for your utilities or your cell phone bill or something like that. And then you get a $100 cash bonus if you set up your payroll to your HSBC account. And then you get another $50 if you complete 2 foreign wire transfers. I know this can be a little bit complicated for some of you, but personally I can just send like some money to a relative overseas, and boom, I got another $50 bonus. And then you get another $50 if you set up a pre-authorized investing plan with HSBC. And I know for some of you, you're also gonna think this is a hassle, but again, I'll explain to you why it's not in just a second. So for the top banks here in Canada, for example, TD, in order for you to waive the fee on the checking account, you actually have to have, say, $4,000 or $5,000 in the account itself. However, with HSBC, it's different. It's just $5,000 in relationship with the bank, rather than you having to keep the money into the account itself. So what that means is if you invest it into something like a GIC, you still don't have to pay for the fees, which is very good in my opinion. However, there is one thing to consider. So if you do invest it, let's say your stock went down, they're going to take the market value of that stock on the very last day of the month and decide whether or not you went under the $5,000. Then they're going to charge you the $25 a monthly fee. And for the other two that you guys are probably not going to take advantage of is one, the $149 up to $149 credit card fee rebate. Unfortunately, this does not stack with the other $149 rebate. I did ask the rep, and no, it does not stack, so you probably won't be taking advantage of that. Another one is the $51 cash bonus if you do open a safety deposit box. They do charge an annual fee for their safety deposit box for $54. So technically you can open a safety deposit box for $3 a year for the first year. But is it worth it or not? Depends if you need a box. Another thing the rep informed me is that if I ever wanted to cancel the account, I had to cancel it a year and a half later after I signed up, so after the day I signed up. Otherwise, they have the right to claw back the cash bonus. So that's another $700 in value on top of the $675 baseline for the credit card. And of course, if you're using it for like a redemption I just mentioned earlier, you're gonna go way over $2,000 in terms of value. Another thing worth to note is that there's another credit card out there, another product called the HSBC World Elite Premier MasterCard, and the only difference, there's no differences whatsoever in terms of the sign-up bonus or the card itself, but the only difference is that you get a cheaper annual fee on the second year but you do have to have a premium checking account with HSBC. And just in case you're wondering, the premium checking account with them does have a higher sign-up bonus if you decide to go for it. It has $500 sign-up bonus instead of $300, but I don't think it's worth it whatsoever in my opinion, because in order for you to qualify, you have to have an initial deposit of $25,000, and then to waive the monthly fee, you have to have either $500,000 in mortgage with them, or $100,000 in relationships, or $6,500 coming in every month. On top of that, you have to verify that you own $100,000 worth of assets here in Canada. So unless you're moving your primary bank over, I would not recommend that. So for me personally, at the time when I signed up for the bank account, I did not have the good credit card offer available to me. The HSBC World Elite MasterCard only had $20,000 in terms of the sign-up bonus, and it did not make sense for me at the time. So what I did was I just opened the advanced credit card, which, in case you're wondering, is not a good credit card. I just opened it because, again, like mentioned earlier, when I opened the bank account, they did run my credit already, so it literally doesn't hurt me, like there's no annual fee. And not to mention, they gave me a pretty okay credit limit, so I just wanted to keep that as well, and I can upgrade anytime. So now that the time comes, whenever I do have a higher spend, then I'm gonna be upgrading, and I'm definitely gonna be upgrading before December 28th, which is when the offer ends, in case you guys are thinking of applying. So there you have it, guys, the single highest sign-up bonus combo here in Canada. Let me know down in the comments below whether you're going to be applying or not. I personally think this is an amazing offer, and it's even comparable to the platinum cards at its peak. For example, the platinum card did offer, in my opinion, more value in terms of signing up and the overall value. However, this card has no annual fee, right? It gets the first year annual fee waived, and you may ask, the second year what happens? You can just downgrade the card and keep the credit line open and basically not pay any annual fee after that even. With that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you found it entertaining or learned something new today. If you did, make sure to hit like. It really helps with the channel's algorithm. And also, if you're not yet subscribed and want to see more content like this every single week, make sure to subscribe with the bell to see more content like this every single week. And as always, have an amazing day. Peace.